Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Min and today I'm talking about Fae Farm and my first impressions of the game, and hopefully this can help you decide if you want to buy this game or not. I am still left with some curiosity of what is to come in the game and how it's going to play out. So I don't know everything. This is just my first impressions, my first thoughts, and there is a lot of positivity in this video because I actually like a lot of the things that I've seen so far, but I'm still a little bit like, I don't know what's to come. Also, I do want to say that this game was gifted to me by Phoenix Labs. Thank you so much for gifting it to me. I was so excited when I saw that this was gifted to me, so thank you so much. I was gonna buy this game regardless, but to get it gifted to me and get to play it early is such a privilege, and I'm very thankful for that. So I hope that I can help you guys make a decision on whether you want to play it or not. But just so you know, if I don't like something, I will say it, and I can't hide that. I'm just not good at hiding when I don't like something. So when you start the game, you're gonna customize your character, and you don't choose a name for your character, which is weird, but then later on, I figured out that it just goes based on your Steam name. And because I have the game on Steam, it goes with Mintendo. I don't want to be called Mintendo the whole game, but I just accepted it and moved on. So I think that's a little bit weird. I guess on Switch, it's gonna go with your Switch name, but I've never really seen that in a game like this, and I think it has to do with the online play of this game, or like the multiplayer. When you first start the game, you can choose if you want to make a Phoenix Labs account, which I think is meant for the multiplayer, but I don't know if I'm gonna play multiplayer, so I just skipped that. Customizing your character is good. I think that the characters look a little weird in this game. They look kind of like Legos, but you just kind of get over it as you play. And some of the NPCs are much cuter. Like all the ones with the beards, they look more normal to me, but all the ones without it that have, like, the faces are just too round for me, I guess. But it's like not a deal breaker for me. Like, I don't care that much. I did think that the customization was good because there's like this huge color palette that you can use for your hair, your skin color, your eyes, and it gives you a lot of options, especially for representation. Like you can even choose one eye color is blue and one is green. You know, whatever you kind of want to do with that. I wish there were more hairstyle options, but maybe that will come later on in the game. But overall, the character customization is fine with me, and I don't mind it. One of the things I noticed early on also is that I just wanted to call my homestead, which is what it like autofills. When I pressed select for that name, it was like, no, that's inappropriate. And I think that you can't choose whatever it inputs for you. You have to like make your own. So that was kind of weird. But I just thought I'd say that. I also noticed that early on in the game, one of the characters used the wrong form of there. They spelled THERE when it should have been a different form of there, and that was a little weird. But the version of the game I have right now is like this early access game, so that might be fixed in the actual game, because I can only play up to the first 4 chapters of the game right now with the version that I have, and then tomorrow on September 6th, I don't know when this video is going up, then that is when it's gonna reset. One of the first quests is cleaning your field and getting used to the tools and things like that, and I really like that. The tools are really cool because you just walk up to the wood and chop it. You walk over to a rock and it just switches automatically to your little hammer, and you're like boop boop, and I really like that. So that's so easy, ease of use. Also, the tools do not take up space in your inventory, which I love. I love that so much. I hope more farming sims continue to do that. But a game that I really love is called Roots of Pacha, and that one also does the same thing, but with the seeds and the tools. So I wish that they did that with the seeds in this game, but they don't. The seeds do take up room in your inventory, but I'm just happy that at least the tools don't, because they took up like a whole row in most farming games. Getting around in a new game can be really hard to do, but in this game, the map has a tracking thing where it just has an arrow that leads you around the game, and I really like that. It's so much easier to get around. I know that I can just go into my map and click it and and get there. And I've been doing that a ton in the game because I'm not used to the map yet at all, and I feel like I haven't really scratched the surface. The first 2 chapters of the game are apparently dedicated to the tutorial, and then after that, once you get into the next chapters, they are longer, which seems to be true because chapter 1 and 2 seem to blow by, with chapter 1 ending the next day that I woke up in the game. And then chapter 3 I've been in for quite a while, a few game days, and it hasn't ended yet, so I don't know how long each chapter will be, but I'm in chapter 3 right now. Another thing about the tools is that instead of using a hoe to till the soil, you use the crafting menu to create little tiles that you can plant your seeds in. I really like the crafting menu. You just press down on the D-pad and you can craft and just place items everywhere as long as you have enough materials to craft the item. So I really like that. It's very easy to do. You do not use a shipping box in this game. You go to the town center and you go to the market and you place your items up on the tables. I think there's 4 or 5 tables, and you can't stack the items, which I saw some people being upset about. You can't stack like 5 berries in one tile. You can stack the whole table of berries and then a whole nother table of another item, but you cannot stack items in one tile, which I honestly don't mind. I think that it kind of prevents you from being able to ship everything at once, and then you can't make as much money as quickly and stuff. So I feel like it maybe adds a little bit of difficulty in a way to a game that's already pretty easy. This game is very easy, I would say. You don't faint when you run out of your green energy bar. You don't faint. You just can't use your tools anymore, similar to Animal Crossing, where you just can't use your tools anymore. I don't think these tools break though. And then if you stay up too late, like midnight or whatever it is in this game, you don't faint either. You just wake up the next day. You just are sent back home and you wake up the next day. So there's not a consequence, and I kind of wish there was a little bit more of a consequence, but I think that this game is just literally made to be cozy, and so they tried to do everything they could to make it cozy, easy, and just relaxing. Another thing about the crops is that when you are watering your crops, you will visibly see them grow. So you plant a seed, you water the seed, you see it sprout, and then the next day you water it, you see the sprout grow right directly after you water it. So the day that you harvest the plant is you have to water it first. So I like that because their farming sims, almost all the farming sims I've gone in, I watered all of those tiles and I didn't need to because the crop was able to be harvested. But in this game, you have to do that. So I don't know. I kind of like that I'm not wasting my time on it. I just water them and I'm good, and then I can harvest them. I will say that right now I'm in the 10th day of the game, and I feel like it's a little bit fetch questy, or just quest based right now. But I also feel like there are some things that you can do on your own, but it just hasn't opened up to that yet. I'm in day 10. I just opened the mines, and I feel like I'm wondering what's to come. Am I just gonna be doing quests the whole time, or will there then be more open-endedness to what I can do in the game? Because right now it feels like I'm just following quest, maybe doing a little my own stuff, but kind of questing. I haven't needed to talk to NPCs a ton, so I haven't explored all of that. So I feel this way, but I also feel like there's so much I haven't explored. Like, I don't even know what all this game is yet. I think there's like combat or something coming up in this game. There is a little bit of combat actually that I found in the mines, but I feel like there's more that I just haven't opened up yet. So that gives me a lot of hope, and I'm excited for getting farther in the game. I don't know if I mentioned this yet, but the fishing I like. It's a bit like Dinkum or Animal Crossing. There is no bar that's like you need to stay within. It's more like you throw your reel out, you let your bobber go, and then you wiggle it a little bit, you get the fish, and then you reel it in. It wants to pull away, you release, you reel it in, you release, you reel it in until you catch the fish. That's all I have to say about fishing. NPCs. I did see a video where someone was saying that the NPCs just say the same thing all the time. Well, that's true for some of the NPCs. The friends, there's like a list of friends and there's a list of romanceable options, and those people tend to have a lot more to say and a lot of dialogue than those who stand in the marketplace. The marketplace people don't seem to be a very big impact on the game or anything. They just kind of stand around and they say the same thing and you can shop there or whatever. But the other NPCs do tend to have more to say. Also, you can gift in this game. You can gift to maybe just romanceable people, maybe just to friends. I don't really know yet, but you can gift gifts. You just have to gift what they like. I don't know if it's based on like if it changes each day or each week, but if you have an item on you that they like, it'll say what item that is, and then it'll be an option for you to give it to them. So that might be something like if you want to give your romanceable option person a gift, you have to go talk to them, figure out what they want, and then go give it to them. So I don't mind that. I kind of like that because then I know exactly what they like and I don't have to give them something they don't like, because I can't even give them something they don't like. I can only give them what they want. So yeah. I only have one chicken right now, which is I think is called a chickadoo. And I really like that the animals are very cute and like fluffy looking. You use the plant fibers that you like sickle. I don't know if it's called a sickle. You go so fun. And you get all the little grass that's growing on your field and you go. I like that. That fiber, sometimes in farming sims, you're like, what the heck do I use this for? Well, in this game, you use it to feed your animals at the start of the game. So I like that. That makes it so easy. I don't have to buy feed, you know? So I like your animals lay, well, at least the chickens right now. I don't know about the other animals, but the chickens, they lay their egg on their perch. You don't have to pick them up and move them and get your egg, or run into them and be like, move, 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 I want my egg. I have that happen in Coral Island where they're in my way. I have it happen in Story Seasons where they're in my way. I have it happen in just even Stardew Valley where they're in my way. So this game, they're not going to be in my way. So I like that a lot. It's silly, but I like that a lot. So that's all I know about the animals so far. I don't have any other animals than my one little chickadoo. The game I've been playing on my Steam Deck, and on my PC I've used controller, I've used keyboard, I've used my Steam Deck controls. I really like how easy it is to use the controls. I feel like it's gonna run really well on Switch with the controls because I prefer to play the game with controller. Also, something I don't remember if I said this, but you can swim in this game. You just jump into the water and you're like, bloop, 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 and I think that's so cool. So I was excited about that. You also fill your watering can by just jumping in the water. So crazy. So that's really all I have to say about Fae Farm so far. Hopefully I can give more thoughts later on my channel, so please subscribe to my channel for more, and please follow me on Twitch because I will be streaming this game. Follow me to be notified whenever I go live, and I'm almost partnered on this YouTube channel, so please check out my other videos and then I'll be a partner. Maybe. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Leave your comments below on whether or not you're getting this game or if you're waiting for more reviews. If you have any questions, feel free to leave those in the comments as well. I'd love to answer them. I'm gonna keep playing this game until I have to restart my save tomorrow. Okay, bye.